Hi guys, I'm Marticore, and recently I made a video about code fixes for The Sims 2, so today let's talk about mods that don't literally fix the game, but may improve it in some aspects. You know, there are those little things that you see and you're just like, why did they make it this way? Because they're not features, they're annoyances. So let's see what we can find. You know how baby pets are just one color and it can be pretty misleading? Like you have a yellow kitten that grows up to be a brown cat? This mod enables detailed code for baby pets, so that you can see their real pattern when they're little. It won't work for puppies and kittens that are already in the game, but whenever you have new ones born after installing the mod, you'll see all the colors. It's so cute, I love this mod. I'm not a fan of the fact that you can have 8 Sims in the family, but when you serve a meal, you only get 6 servings. If you have a full house, you need to double cook, or some family members need to live on leftovers or not eat at all. Luckily, there's a mod that makes every food have 8 servings. Doesn't work with custom food though, because it's like every single food had to be edited to be 8 servings. And custom food usually comes with the standard 6. The talking during eating animation is really nice and feels realistic, but don't you think Sims spend a bit too much time at the table because of it? There's a mod called Eat More, Talk Less, and well, it's pretty self-explanatory. It saves time and also probably prevents your Sims a little bit from getting so much increase in their relationships because of talking at the table. But it also comes with a feature of Sims not overeating when they're full. It's based on personality, so if your Sim is lazy or sloppy, they still might overeat and get fat. It doesn't prevent every single Sim from getting fat. When a Sim goes to bed and doesn't fill up their energy by midnight, they sleep until 6 AM if they don't have any interactions queued. But elders don't. It seems like they don't want to waste any time, so they just get up whenever their energy is full, but then they end up being super tired in the middle of the day. It just disrupts their whole biological clock. I used to get them to bed at like 3 AM so that they actually slept until morning. No more! There's a fix for that too, that makes elders sleep exactly the same way as adults, and children and teens. And this is definitely one of those that I barely remember I even have. It's so obvious to me to have this mod. Do you ever get angry at your Sims for constantly doing something with a baby? They hardly ever want to change the baby even if it's stinky, but they always want to feed the baby. Like every hour or so. Sim hour, I mean. And really, you can actually feed babies every 8 hours and they will be completely fine. But Sims don't know that. Do you also get annoyed with butlers being nannies instead of, well, butlers? I used to just fire the butler whenever there was a baby or toddler in the house. But there are fixes for those two things. No baby harassment and butler is no nanny. Enjoy! But you need to know that with no baby harassment, you will be the one who will have to take care of the baby because Sims just won't do anything with them. But it's a lot less annoying to me than what they do without the mod. When you call someone and they are at work, would you like to not be forced to guess when they're coming back? I've definitely been there, trying to figure out where they work exactly and what might be their schedule, especially with townies. Worry not! There's a mod called Nicer Phone Messages. With this mod, no matter if someone else picks up the phone or if it's the answering machine, you will always be told when exactly the Sim finishes work, so that you can call again when they're home. Super useful. And since the messages are supposed to be nicer, you won't get those sassy suggestions that you should get a job too or whatever. Being able to restore broken cars and then either use them or sell them is honestly one of the coolest features in The Sims 2. I want that back in the newer games. Please. But isn't it a pain that Sims' energy and hygiene drop so extremely when they work on the car? For me it is. So I got myself a mod that stops that. Now your Sim can work on the car without taking a shower and a nap every hour. Speaking of cars, there's also this cool thing that I downloaded not that long ago, Invisible Driveway. It's a recolor to already existing driveways that is completely transparent, so that you can customize the floor underneath it. You can just place any tiles you want. You don't need to stick to the red brick, yellow brick, or gray concrete anymore. Or your Sims can just park on the grass. Highly recommend. Sims can get to the permanent platinum aspiration not only by completing their lifetime want, but also through milestones. Or at least that happens in some expansion pack. I'm not sure which one. Free time, I think? Milestones are all those major events that happen in this Sim's life, such as learning a toddler skill, first kiss, getting married, having a child, and so on. But a lot of Simmers don't like how fast Sims can get to perma platinum because of that. If you play your Sim since they're born, they can go to perma platinum somewhere at the beginning of their adulthood, especially if they have been to college. And then your game might end up just being pointless. So there's a mod that slows down the process so that there's more reason to actually try and fulfill that lifetime want or any wants whatsoever. Gardeners, am I right? You set up a breathtaking garden, and they just leave it weeded and uncut because they can't access anything. And your own Sims can't access the bushes either. Fortunately, there's a mod that makes Sims just ignore the fact that they can't get close enough to a bush and will just trim it from afar. Maybe the long distance animation doesn't look very nice, but at least your garden will. Don't you hate it how you need to go to Sims Wiki to check which level of career your Sim is on? Because the game just won't show it to you? Well, it can show it to you with this little mod that adds numbers to the career info. And it adds it everywhere, in the career tab, when searching for a job, and even in lifetime ones, even though there it's not really that necessary. And yes, I know I already mentioned this mod in another video, like 6 years, 3 microphones, and 500 accent improvements ago. Trust me, I do remember myself saying Ultimate Collection. So that's it! There are definitely plenty of other fixes. I have like 200 mods that change the game somehow, and a lot of them only fix one little thing. So there is a possibility that I'll make another video like that. If you know any similar mods, let us all know in the comments. I'll reply and tell you if I have it or not, but I probably do. All the links are of course in the description, and as always, thank you very much for watching, subscribe, like the video, and see you in the next one. Bye!